Oh, I'm back. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Big Tyme Rants, episode 100, right here on the Value Wrestling. And I thank you for joining me. I thank you for taking time out of your day. Sit down and talk with me, because there's a lot to talk about, a lot of stuff going on in the world of professional wrestling. Lots of people upset, a lot of people angry, everybody mad about this and about that. A lot of people seeming to hate on Punk because he's interfered in another match, cost Drew McIntyre, that he hasn't done anything. I don't get why people can't just let storylines happen. It's crazy how it all goes this way. Lots of hate and anger going back and forth. The Tribalist is a strong force. It's just crazy to think of what it could be, or how it can all fall into place, because it's just a madhouse out here. But right now, it looks like AEW is taking some interesting directions after last night's show. A lot of people are going to praise it. A lot of people aren't. It all depends on your cup of tea. But last night, we saw some interesting things on AEW Dynamite. First, we started off with Will Ospreay in his promo to lead up to the match with MJF. It was not the prettiest of promos. Ospreay set up on the top rope and talked about MJF Garcia. He's hoping he's feeling better. MJF blames his ADD. Ospreay says he has ADHD and it doesn't give him an excuse to act horrible. There are a few reasons MJF isn't happy. He blames the bidding war of 2024 that MJF didn't maybe get his way because Tony Khan spent his money on Ospreay and others. Ospreay said that's cool because the level of the devil is the ground floor, while Ospreay's on a top on a skyscraper. There's one point where it got really juvenile and he's got more talent in his left nut. It was one of these things that it wasn't great for Ospreay, and then MJF came on the screen and outshined him in a promo package, looking much better, and now we get the match, which sets up for Dynamite 250. So next week, Will Ospreay is going to take on MJF. So on Dynamite TV, you're going to see what is a main event, what could be an AEW All-In headlining main event match for the international title on AEW Dynamite. So people are going back and forth. Is this Tony Khan working on ratings? Is this Tony Khan giving his fans what he wants? But here's the thing. Once you do this match, is it going to still have the spectacular? Now, a lot of people are saying that we're going to get swerved, we're going to get screwed, something's going to happen, something's going to change the dynamic of this. We're not really going to get it. We're going to get it pushed out. And again, when Tony Khan says he's going to book a match, he's never not delivered on the match. As much as we may think that it shouldn't be this way, he's never really wavered from what he says he's going to deliver. So there's a good chance that Tony Khan is going to give us this match on Dynamite. Especially since Pac won the four-way for the international title match. Claudio Castagnoli, Pac, Kyle Fletcher, and Ishii all fought for a international title shot. After that match, Pac got on the mic and said he wants his all-in match, and it's being heavily suggested that it'll be Pac versus Will Ospreay for the international title at All-In. So what does that mean for this match between MJF and Will Ospreay on Dynamite? We don't know. Is it a wasted match? Is it the right time? Is it the right place? It's going to be very interesting to see. It should be a very good in-ring match, but at the end of the day, giving away these matches on free TV when you can make some good money off of it seems very dumb to me, but I'm not somebody who's being asked about my opinion of those matters. But Tony, I think you're wasting this. I don't know what you're going to do. Is there a swerve? Is there going to be another match? You don't typically build too many old-time matches. When it comes to Tony Khan, it's usually one and done, and we move on, and maybe we come back sometime later. It's going to be interesting what we see. Other than that, we saw Samoa Joe get taken out by Chris Jericho on a forklift. Bryan Danielson beat Hangman to win the Men's Owen Hart Foundation Finals, and he will get his shot at Swerve at All-In. Hangman, of course, upset, later decided to go see the Young Bucks and tell them that he is in, so Hangman will be joining the Elite for Blood and Guts on Dynamite on, I believe, July 20th. So Blood and Guts will be on Dynamite. It's not going to be its own pay-per-view. So a lot to talk about there. Of course, Mariah May defeated Will Nightingale to become the Women's Owen Hart Cup winner and will get her title match against her mentor Toni Storm at All In. But in all this, Mariah May turned on Toni Storm, blasting her with the belt, making her bleed. Toni Storm looking like Mariah May looking like $1,000,000 in this moment. It was good. It was an interesting turn, a shocking turn, but it's something that I think helped out AEW in the long run. We also found out Swerve came out and challenged Okada to a match as he joined Team AEW for Blood and Guts. So we have that, but he also challenged Okada to a match, and then we showed at Dynamite 250. We're going to get Swerve and Okada. So not only are we going to get Ospreay and MJF, we're going to get Swerve and Okada. Both these matches, pay-per-view quality. We're going to get them on a Dynamite special, boost ratings, 250. They should be great in-match rings, but Jesus. Tony, I don't know why you want to give away stuff so easily on TV when there's so much of an opportunity there to really build and make something special. But that's okay. That's all right. Anyways, Joe was written off TV, reported by PW Insiders, and if you watch Dynamite, he was put through a makeshift wall on a forklift, but he was taken off of TV, or this is the way to write him off TV, for his upcoming commitment to the second season of Peacock's Twisted Metal. So it looks like he's going to be leaving at least through October to go film the next set of episodes for Twisted Metal, which can be seen on Peacock. So go maybe away for a little while, going to do that, and we can't wait to see how that's all gonna play out. Spoiler, yes, ladies and gentlemen, spoiler right here on the Big Tyme Rants. A match tape for Collision. Here's a spoiler. It seems that the Bang Bang Gang, due to Jay White being out with injury, the Bang Bang Gang tried to use the Freebird rule and substitute in Juice Robinson in their match against Sean Moore, Michael Allen, and Richard Clark. In a match for the trios titles, it looks like Christopher Daniels came out and stripped them of those trio titles, and now those titles are going to be on the line against the Patriarchy. At some point, we will see the Patriarchy end up, yes. But yes, they were stripped of it. And the date for the championship bout is yet to be announced, but we expect some time to take place soon. So probably at 250. Also, we may see the Guns with Robinson take on the Patriarchy, which is weird. Why strip them of the titles and not just make a match and let them use the Freebird rules and just do this match that you're already setting up for? But this is going to come out of Collision. It looks like the trios titles are going to be stripped from the Bang Bang Gang, and then they're going to be put online with Juice Robinson and the Guns against the Patriarchy. I don't know if this is necessary. This seems like a stretch to do a whole bunch of jaw jacking, dancing around for no reason. I would have let the Freebird rule play and then gone on with it as it was. Anyways, in the big news out of professional wrestling this week, it's been all about Stephaine Vaquer. Stephaine Vaquer has now officially signed with WWE and will be heading to NXT. CMLL and New Japan don't seem to be happy with her at this sudden time. She was stripped of her CMLL. She chose to relinquish both the CMLL Women's Tag Team Championship and the CMLL Women's Championship, citing personal reasons that also prevented her from participating in Fantastica Mania. This announcement led to a ton of discussion about Valcour's next move. many cancellations came out after this, and then it would be eventually tweeted by Shawn Michaels reacting to Valcour's signing. And of course, Meltzer reported at the Wrestling Observer. The belief is that WWE intended to introduce Stephaine Vaquer to the audience at their upcoming event in Mexico City. The event is scheduled to take place at the Arena CMDX on July 13th, followed by another live event in Arena Monterrey on July 14th. It's also reported Vaquer was backstage at WWE NXT Heatwave last week. So Vaquer wrestled at AEW Forbidden Door, dropped the women's strong title, the New Japan Pro Wrestling Women's Strong title to Mercedes Moné. Saw what Mercedes Moné was all about in AEW. Jumped over and decided to sign with WWE, and she will be making her appearance on NXT maybe as soon as this weekend after dropping all these titles and leaving behind. Stephaine Vaquer is now going to be in WWE. This could be huge. She has done reports. It's where she wanted to go. They were asking if she had contracts for both companies, where she'd go, and she said she'd go to NXT. It also looks like it's been reported that AEW is loading up Dynamite to encourage rights talks with the Warner Brothers Discovery. It looks like Tony Khan's trying to get in good with the Warner Brothers Discovery, to maybe get a better deal. So it's going to be very interesting how this all plays out with Dynamite 250 and what we're going to see coming into that. But it's the wrestling world, lots of things. Everybody's going to have their personal feelings. And everybody's going to have their opinion on how they see it. At the end of the day, AEW stacking Dynamite for next week. It's going to make for an interesting show, throwing away pay-per-view quality show matches on a TV show. I guess Tony Khan knows what he wants to do. If he needs to do that to get things over, I guess, we just have to roll with it. There's not a lot for us to say about it. In this instance, we're just going to have to wait and see how the matches go. Stephaine Vaquer coming to WWE should be a major, major game changer, setting up for some major, major things in the very near future. Can't wait to see what she's going to do in WWE and how great it's going to be. Lots going on. The Value Wrestling is here. Of course, you can catch us on Patreon. Go over there on our Patreon page. That's Value. Darn it. Now my tongue is tied and I have to go look it up real quick so I can get over there to the Patreon page for the Value of Wrestling. Let's get in here. It should be patreon.com value OW. That's the Patreon page for the Value of Wrestling. Of course, we got a lot of other great stuff. All those links in the description. The information's in the details below. So if you want to check all that out, just look in the description below. The Weekly Rebound is up. The New Japan Rebound podcast is now up on the channel on YouTube. It's also over on Patreon. So you can go check that out over there. This has been Big Tyme Rants, episode 100. What an awesome, awesome turn of events that we finally got to 100 episodes of the Value of Wrestling. It's crazy to think doing this 100 times. What an amazing opportunity it's been. We thank you all for being here. Make sure you give this a thumbs up. Make sure you like. Hit that subscribe button. Join the Value Wrestling family. We're growing. We're moving in the right direction. We'll be back tomorrow night with your SmackDown post-show review. And, of course, this Saturday, July 13th, me and Mr. Z are going to be live at Stockton Con. We're going to do some live filming. We're going to be there to see Kevin Nash, Sting, The Godfather, and, of course, the indie guy, Mike Cardona, all going to be at Stockton Con. Should be a fun, great time. Come out if you're in the area. Join Stockton Con. Check it out. Some of the biggest names of professional wrestling going to be there. It's going to be some great times, some entertaining times. We're going to see our boy, AJ Kirsch. Glad to hear back from him recently. But we can't wait to meet up with AJ, talk to him, see how he's doing with everything, and lots of other things that are going to go on. We're probably going to record some episodes for Wrestling Collectibles, so be ready for that. That's a new show that we're going to put out. But Stockton Con, July 13th and 14th, both this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. We're going to be there on the 13th, just having a good old time. We should be there all day. If you see us there, if you say, hey, Value Wrestling guys, we're going to be giving out stickers. We got plenty of stickers to go out. So come out, check us out, say hello. We will be there. I thank you for joining me. I thank you for being here. This is Big Tyme Rants, episode 100. We'll see you on the next one.